My name is Guy Labine. I'm originally from Isilda, Ontario, which is about 3.5 hours north of Toronto. The science center I led is actually in Sudbury. So the search firm called me and said, hey, we have this opportunity in Phoenix.
He really enjoyed his job running science centers. This opportunity came up in Arizona and we had this discussion and it was almost like immediate. It might be kind of fun, a new adventure that we could do together.
Serendipitously, absolutely the right decision because clearly I was at the right place at the right time.
Shortly after we moved to Arizona, we started going to the gym and we started cycling, Guy and I looked over at him a couple of times because he was really going into the red zone. And he decided that he had had enough and he just got off the bike and said, I think I'm done, I'll meet you at the front.
I left the class, but I started getting really worried that this was going to go bad very quickly. My father had died of a heart attack and I wasn't getting any better, so I actually went to the front desk and told the staff to call 911 that I thought I was going to have a heart attack.
I made it out to the front of the gym and discovered that my husband is having a heart attack and it's severe. When the paramedics arrived, I remember clearly the discussion at that point. I said, where are you taking him? And it was an automatic, you're taking him to Mayo.
Every patient has their own unique story, but some are more unique than others. And Mr. Labine certainly falls into that category of having a really unique story. So in the case of Mr. Labine, many members of the Mayo medical team, all of these resources were brought to bear to really focus on him. From the time he first experienced chest pain to the time that his coronary arteries were open was 30-45 minutes. We transported him to the intensive care unit for continued management. But despite those rapid efforts, getting the artery open, getting blood flow back to his heart, he continued to deteriorate.
With him in the intensive care unit being supported by the mechanical circulatory support device, he had further cardiogenic shock and had to be put on extracorporeal membrane oxygenation.
And usually when we put people on ECMO, we've got one of two routes. We do that to either rest the heart and allow it to recover, or we're using it as a bridge to transplantation. And given his trajectory, we should turn our eyes towards cardiac transplantation.
So imagine being told he needs a heart transplant. As a Canadian, my first instinct was, how is this going to happen? I asked the doctor, I said, a heart transplant, how long is that going to take? What a question. And the doctor said to me, the surgeon said, oh, Michelle, don't worry about it. We think it's going to be about 5 or 6 days. They have a transplant coordinator who was working with me on this and reassuring me through this process that things are going to be okay. That was a tremendous support and help for me.
When we accept a patient to be listed for heart transplantation, we expect success. We went on to list him for heart transplantation, and because he had all of these support devices in place, that puts him very high on the list nationally for a donor heart. As everything fell into place for Mr. Labine, he received a heart approximately 2 weeks after he had been admitted with his big heart attack and was transplanted successfully.
I think I set a world record for my recovery in my own mind. To go from that to be able to walk in our home with a walker, and then within a week being able to ditch the walker and resume a more normal lifestyle is pretty miraculous. From the nursing team to the occupational therapist to the physiotherapist to the doctors to all of the healthcare, we're all aligned in saying, you know, you're going to get this. And every day I'm reminded that I receive the ultimate gift of life.
We learn something from every patient, and in his case, it was never give up. When it seems like the odds are against someone, just keep going.
I've been able to resume the things that I enjoy doing, even more so today than before. I'm healthier, I think I have a higher level of energy. Here I am, being able to tell my story. You need to have an institution like Mayo in order to be able to experience what I experienced. Thankful every single day.